Hey everybody, it's your boy D Mintz coming at you with a brand new video from Sporticus 300. In this video right here, we're going to be covering where's Le'Veon Bell going to be playing next season. Well, let's go ahead, let's dive in. Let's get it! So where's Le'Veon Bell going to play next season? Well, let's keep this video short and sweet. Well, let's talk about the teams with the most salary cap space. We'll talk about the top 5 teams. You got the Colts, the Jets, the Bills, the Texans, and the Browns. You know, the Colts, they have Marlon Mack and Nyheim Hines, 2 young backs with quite a bit of potential there, so I honestly just don't see them going out, forking out that kind of money to bring in Le'Veon Bell. The Jets, on the other hand, they have Isaiah Crowell, who has, I don't want to say underperformed or overperformed. I think he's performed at about the level he possibly can with the help that he had on the teams at the time. You know, being with Cleveland at the time, they were a complete train wreck. What did you really expect him to do there? And the Jets have been a complete train wreck. So once again, what do you really expect him to do there? So Le'Veon Bell, I know everyone says the favorite is the Jets. I don't see him going to the Jets. I just don't see him really blending in there. I don't think he looks at that overall team aspect and wants to dive in there, to be 1,000% honest with you. Now, some of the other teams that we've already mentioned, the Bills, once again, the issues there, I just don't see him signing. I don't think there's enough of an identity there for him to necessarily want to jump in and play there in Buffalo. The Texans have Lamar Miller, and they have Freeman. I just don't see him going out there. The Browns, you got to remember, the Browns brought in Kareem Hunt, and they have Nick Chubb, so I don't see him going there. So there's 2 teams that are kind of dark horses that I could see him going to for other reasons. My first dark horse, I think he would love to go there. I just don't think it's going to happen, because if you look at the money situation, I just don't see how it's going to work. That's the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens have about $25 million to go out and spend. Now, they've already pursued Terrell Suggs. They told him they want to keep him there. He told them, I'm not giving you a hometown discount. So I look for either Terrell Suggs to stay there and take somewhat of a discount, or he'll be moved somewhere else in free agency. I just don't think the Ravens could really afford to go ahead and fork out a ton. They're already really big in the Tyrann Mathieu chase, so I see them really targeting him. They've got to bring back C.J. Mosley. I'm sure they really want to bring back Zadarius Smith. They let Eric Weddle go, so it's going to be interesting with some of the things that they do there. But the Ravens' only running back that they have really on roster right now is Gus Edwards. And let's be honest, Gus Edwards is not the answer for an every down back for the Baltimore Ravens. And with them having a young, mobile quarterback, they need to get some type of threat there. And I honestly see Le'Veon Bell, foaming at the mouth to be able to play there, to be able to play against Pittsburgh twice a season, and be able to basically do what he can to keep them out of the playoffs. But my biggest dark horse team, and the team I believe he's going to be playing on next season, is the Oakland Raiders. And people can be like, there's no way he's going to the Raiders. Well, the Oakland Raiders' only running back really worth mentioning on their roster right now is Jalen Richard. And, I mean, how good of a running back is he really anyways? I look for them to probably end up with Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell on their roster next year. Antonio Brown, the team with the most trade assets is the Oakland Raiders. They have 3 first-round picks, so they can always go out and trade one of those first-round picks and a first-round pick from next year. They have 2 first-round picks next year. They can offer 2 first-round picks, one for this year and one for next year, for Antonio Brown straight up, and then have Antonio Brown, who said he liked to make his decision, or they would like to have their decision made and have him dealt by this week. And they have no control over where Le'Veon Bell goes. Le'Veon Bell can sign anywhere he wants, but I'm just looking at them from top to bottom, and I'm like, they'll still have that number 4 overall draft pick. They can go get probably Josh Allen in the draft, because I'm sure Nick Bosa will be the first defensive tackle or defensive player taken. You also have, I'm sure, a quarterback or two might already be taken, therefore leaving Josh Allen there at number 4. They can snag him up, fill that Khalil Mack void that they lost last year, have an amazing running back, and over a year fresh legs of Le'Veon Bell, and then you have the biggest stud wide receiver in the NFL in Antonio Brown. And people can be like, well, how can they afford all this? Well, the Oakland Raiders have over $71 million in cap space to spend this upcoming season. And honestly, I think Le'Veon Bell just wants to go somewhere where he feels wanted. He's pursued after. He's given a lengthy contract for a good amount of money. I just think he was tired of franchise tag. So I look for the Oakland Raiders to honestly be the team that brings in Le'Veon Bell. And not only that, I do believe they'll end up bringing in Antonio Brown. I'm kind of interested in the comments down below. You guys let me know your thoughts. Let me know where you think he should end up. And if it's your favorite, if your favorite team were pursuing him, would you even want Le'Veon Bell on your team? Let me know down in the comments. Please be sure to subscribe, share this video, leave me a comment. Follow us on Twitter at Sporticus300. Y'all have a blessed day.